Virginia and Carolina underway.
And both teams have outstanding wing play, so it's going to be a battle all day long at the X.
This first battle a little extended. And it's going to be Virginia controlling.
That all-time mark for midfielders in goals. Brian Carroll and guy you know very well, Pete Eldridge holds. And a shot fired, and the first impact secured by the gentleman we just discussed. Aiken in the building.
One more goal toward recover, and that's an important first goal for Virginia on a young goaltender.
And here is Aiken on cue, getting the Cavaliers on the board.
And right now you have that first midfield group for Carolina with Timmy Kelly, an outstanding player, Alex Trippi, and Justin Anderson.
Past the midway point of this first, Carolina gets their initial score. You talked about Trippi a moment ago, and here's the second
goal. Right there, you see the roll coming out left.
But he cannot get it by Johnson either.
Yeah, Johnson's just so poised and confident and just stands tall and makes, and you know, it's almost like a hockey assist, you could say, because that all started with the Johnson back-to-back saves. He gets the break start. They had committed so many of their offensive players to the goal, and Solomon stepping in, no pressure on his hands. He's able to pick his spot and beat Alex Rode high to the right side, off the side.
Connecticut native, the sophomore, getting involved.
He essentially was able to
shot, low corner. North Solomon, as you get another look at his most recent goal, which puts North Carolina up 3-1. Second quarter action and a key ACC contest.
Under the shooter's hands causes the ball to sail.
Able to elude, get close, and finish. Well, he kept trying, and this time Michael Krause
in some ways attacking sometimes 1, 2, and even 3 defenders. And you can see not only does he beat the first defender, but he gets inside, continues with his left hand, which is his strong hand.
Here, see if Virginia can build on that second goal of the contest. Right now it's Carolina threatening again and scoring again. North Carolina effective.
Just to go ahead and get a step on Corey Harris and kind of the jump shot, which is awfully tough for the goalie to read because it's a high to low release, and he's able to put the ball by Trippi, Kelly, and Anderson. Tough matchup for Virginia.
Seeing that goal grab right back and going low. Boy, change of planes working out beautifully, and Carolina.
He's able to thread the needle. No backside help on Virginia's defense. No way that Alex Rode makes a save, but you can see he's able to kind of look the defense off, and perfect positioning by Solomon.
Of this first half, just the 7 goals between these two teams, and a first half somewhat dominated by defense, though the goals have come more regularly here in the last several moments, and that will continue to be the case. Michael Krause, his second of the contest.
He created enough space coming left-handed. On the rollback, he has room and time to shoot right-handed. 2 big goals, and again, kind of guarded attackman like Michael Krause.
Krause right where he wanted to be there.
Stood tall. Again, Krause has had certainly as many shots as anyone for Virginia. And it takes the defensive midfielder, John Fox, to break the ice.
How about that?
Michael Krause just, right on top of Johnson. He just faces him down. But you get an unsettled situation off a ground ball. Virginia very good at converting ground balls. And John Fox, a defensive midfielder, stays in the game. We talked about how defensive midfielders and poles stay in the game much more than they used to. And he's the recipient of the feed for Krause. Goals than Virginia has scored.
Right about where you want to be in the percentages. North Carolina really handled this scenario good against Duke as well, and they do it again a game later as the Tar Heels. We'll see Justin Anderson, the junior.
Play necessarily, but you can see he really looked off the defender and walked right in. No way Virginia was able to compensate for the step in. And you're going to get a turnover right here.
They had at the break.
That's where the restart really comes in.
Krause being contested by Rowlett. Won't matter. Krause with a pump of the fist, and Virginia back within 1.
Michael Krause, 2 All-Americans going head-to-head right there, and Krause wins that battle. Rowlett spins off of him, falls down, and Krause is able to convert his 3rd goal of the game down the field.
Caroms off, pinballs well beyond the end line.
Yeah, Matt Moore maybe trying to force through a double team. Didn't get really much on the shot. And
Right place, right time, and the finish just as true. And why not, as I've heard you say, not a double infraction on that one, so take advantage.
The only thing you got to be careful of is committing Michael Kraus speech.
You got to be careful with Kraus. That's his 4th of the day, and he scores this one equal to the occasion. Here's his most recent goal.
Well, you talk about the double team, and sometimes it backfires. You can see that all the Carolina players are chasing Kraus, and he just does a front swing across the top. And he likes to lean into a defender. He likes it when the defender's
in the 4th.
That's always a big advantage when you don't have to face off to start a quarter, and you can have a settled possession, particularly on a man up.
Heels have led most of the day, trying to even things back here, and they will. Just inside the crease and able to play.
And that's the second time Carolina's been able to get that back shoulder or backside feed through. One time it was Solomon, this time it was frustrating day for Doc Aiken. He's just, except for that first goal, has just not been able to get his hands free.
And North Carolina cashes in. Ryan Cameron close to
through the defense. He picks it up. Virginia not settled on defense. Don't get their matchups quickly enough. No pressure on the feeder.
Cross left in this one, and with as many twists and turns as we've seen already, you'll want to stay right on the edge of your seat. Bounce shot. Did that cross the goal line? It did. Able to sneak in there as it trickled out of the grasp of
the shot. He's down, he's low, he gets a stick to the ground, but it just trickles off the stick, and all the ball has to do is cross the full goal line.
The shot just off the mark from Conrad.
Virginia closing in on 50 shots and only 7 goals.
Nearly 20 of those, 19 of them on goal. This one going to find the goal. So Virginia.
That 3-headed, 4-headed monster with the other player that has not scored is Laviano, and Matt Moore, just a strong right-handed run dive, really nothing
for these young Tar Heels. But remember, that's a first year on the grounds handling the business for Virginia, and handling the business again for Virginia is Kraus. He uses the bounce shot, make it 5 goals.
Takes the ball at the end line. This time, last time it was Moore, this time it was Kraus, and it's Kraus's ability to shoot with both hands. His 5th goal. How can they sustain the ability to defend Virginia for as long as they have for this whole game?
Yeah, this is where the legs become challenging, and top shelf this time for Moore.
Well, Moore got the short stick, and he just was able to. Both of Moore's goals are just power dives. You can just see he just comes a little bit of a roll dive, right hand, dips his shoulder, gets to a place where he can get his hands free and able to put the ball by Johnson.
From distance, able to get right in the middle, anticipated by Rode. On the rebound, North Carolina is able to sneak it on through. Tar Heels will get a goal from Timmy Kelly. It was after Rode had initially put a stop to it, but the relentless
time he scored down in the crease area, you get the initial save, the ball bounces loose. Logan Greco just not able to make the scoop, and Timmy Kelly picks it up, and the only thing he could do was to shoot space.
Another minute having ticked off the game clock. Right there near the doorstep, but Rode able to deflect it. Trying to break a 10-10 tie. From distance, Rode right there.
Big save right there for Virginia. Important for Virginia to get the ball out and get a possession.
Mad scramble in the middle third. Been the best offensively in this contest.
Virginia down to 10 seconds. Got to go. If you're Virginia, you've got to make sure it's a good shot. Otherwise, throw it out of bounds and ride.
Shot taken, bouncing it in there is Aiken. He scored the first, he scored the most recent, and he puts Virginia out front.
To just clear his hands left-handed, not so much the power that you see from Doc Aiken, but he's able to bounce the ball under Johnson. You can see Johnson's reaction. That's a shot he felt he should have made the save.
Aiken came in needing 4 goals to become UVA's career-leading. Pieces in place to perhaps head for another, but the ACC could be settled if Virginia hangs on in the next 90 seconds, the regular season portion of it, and flags fly everywhere on the face-off.
A full minute.
Alpert tried to talk things in program history a little earlier this season.
And watch out for Tanner Cook.
Shot way high. That's gonna, Carolina looking for the right shot. Plenty of time to be patient with over a half-minute remaining.
Great check right inside. You threw the ball inside. You got the loose ball.
Still loose, and it's high on this shot.
And Virginia
has it.
Well,
It would be an 8th consecutive win and an ACC top seed in 2019. Precious time running off as the use of the speed by Moore makes all the difference. And the Cavs will celebrate with their fans on what they hope is a major day of celebration here in Virginia all the way around. They have come from behind to take down the Tar Heels 11-10 and will have the top seed in the upcoming ACC tournament. The Cavs have won the regular